Any guesses? I only want two things. Have a guess. What do you want? What are the two things you want? Look, what are the two things you want? The two things which will completely transform your life, make you dance in the streets. You know, what are the two things you really, really, really want? What's that?
Love.
Love, yeah, that's it. That's what he said.
Love and answers.
Sorry?
Answers and love.
Yeah, he said that people want two things, that they want to give love and they want to receive love. This is a great sage. He studied human beings. He said there are only two things people want, to give love and to receive love, isn't it? And this is what Bhakti Yoga is about. It's about giving love to Krishna, isn't it? And receiving love from Krishna. Giving and receiving love. And that is what it's about. And the special thing about Bhakti Yoga is that with Krishna, Krishna brings out all our love, you understand? He brings out our love completely. We have many loving relationships in this material world with relatives, friends, and so on. And they can bring out some of our love, isn't it? Just a little bit, isn't it? And we can, and they can reciprocate. But really, we want someone who can bring out our love 100%, isn't it? Completely. You know, we want to be completely devoted to somebody else. And we want that person to be completely devoted to us, isn't it? Isn't that true? Isn't that what people sing these pop songs about, isn't it? You know, isn't that, if you listen to some of these pop songs, there's lines like, I would die for you. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. People want that. Isn't that, that's what people deep down, that's what they want. They want a person that would, give, everything, give their whole love to them. They would be willing to die for them. But that's what we really want, you see. And we find that we're in this material world, birth after birth, life after life, looking for that such a relationship. And of course, the only person who can give that relationship is Krishna. You see, it's the only person who can give that relationship. And this process of Bhakti Yoga is about that, isn't it? Bhagavad Gita chapter 9. Let's just take a look at that. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya priyachati tadaham bhakti paritam ashnami prayatatmana. I better read the translation and get it accurate. So it's Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 26. The Lord Krishna says, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit or water, I will accept it. And Srila Prabhupada explains, it's not the things themselves, it's the love and devotion which is important. Do you know what I mean? He's only selected those things there because they're available to everybody. A leaf, a flower, fruit or water. He said, if one offers me with love and devotion, those things, I will accept it. See what I mean? I will accept it. Remember that pastime where Duryodhana prepared this huge, magnificent feast, isn't it, for Krishna? Remember that pastime? And but because Duryodhana was a politician, there was no love and devotion there. There's so many opposite things. And he didn't go there, Lord Krishna didn't go there, but he went to this devotee. I can't remember who it was now. Vidura, was it? Yeah, Vidura, who offered him something very simple.
She offered, it was his wife, and she offered him banana. She was trying to offer him banana when she said, when she saw that Krishna came, she threw out the banana and offered him the fields.
That's right, yeah, that's right. So it was Vidura who offered the banana, but because he was so overwhelmed by Krishna being there, he offered the peel itself. And then Krishna accepted it because there was that love and devotion that this person was giving 100% that love and devotion to Lord Krishna. That's the actual process, you know. I mean, for the first time, I mean, we're so fortunate, you know. We found now, we come to Krishna now, and we're performing devotional service, and we're going towards that goal of finally, after millions and trillions of births, finally, eventually, out that deep down desire of giving ourselves fully to another person, and another person giving themselves fully to us, it will be fulfilled. And in the Bhagavatam, it explains that Krishna reciprocates with all living and everyone, all his devotees. And this particular pastime, where Krishna expanded himself into cowherd boys and calves, was also because the associates of Mother Yashoda, they wanted also to look after Krishna, to feed Krishna, to bathe him, to dress him in ornaments, you understand, to massage him. They also wanted to do that. And therefore, when Krishna expanded himself into the cowherd boys, and when they went home to their respective mothers, then these mothers could do that, because these were Vishnu forms. These were forms of Krishna, you understand? And they could do that. They could directly, they could massage Krishna, bathe him, dress him, put ornaments on him, and so on. They could do that personal service for Krishna. So, and also the actual calves as well. And it's explained that the affection the mothers had for their sons and the affection that the cows had for their calves increased more and more and more. You understand? So much so that it's explained that when these cows were a bit older and the cows had some recently born calves, so therefore what happened? These recently born calves would get the milk from the actual cows. But what happened when these cows saw these Vishnu expansion calves? They became so overwhelmed with affection and love that they just ran towards them and they just fed them the milk, which was meant for the younger calves, you understand? And it's explained that these older calves, they were at an age, they didn't need milk. They could eat the grass. But because of that great affection, that desire just to give love to Lord Krishna in that form, just overwhelmed them, then that's what they did. They ran down the hill, and then they just to give the milk to these Vishnu expansion calves. So it's very important that we now we're here. Now we come to a place where this desire to love and be loved is being fulfilled. That we actually stay. We actually stay in this movement and take the actual good fortune and the mercy that we're being given, actually. I mean, over the years I've been here, I see that many devotees come and they're very enthusiastic in the beginning, and because the material energy is very strong, they're taken away, by different sorts of waves, you understand? I remember in the 1980s, what happened was that lots of the senior members were leaving the movement, and then the gurus as well, they were leaving as well, some of them. And many of the disciples said, well, look, listen, my guru's left, why should I stay? And then they left as well, you understand? And then after that, there were people going to groups outside the ISKCON movement, and then leaving them that way, and after a while you find that their practices weren't maintained, and they started to actually diminish. But if you look at it, if you really intelligently look at it, the ISKCON movement is going to spread their holy name to every town and village. And we can see now, how many centers do we have? It's huge, isn't it? Hundreds and hundreds of centers, and that's increasing. So it's the ISKCON movement that's going to spread fulfill Lord Chaitanya's desire of spreading his holy name to every town and village. You know what I mean? And we should just stay with it. I mean, it's not that everything's going to be perfect, but we should in our mind just say, well, I'm just going to stay here in the movement and just simply just be with the devotees, you understand, and just execute back to Yoga Krishna consciousness under the guidance of Shastra, as it says there, and the spiritual master, and just do things in a proper way, and then make advancement, and hopefully at the end of this life return back to the spiritual realm. Now, Srila Prabhupada has explained this one really nice lecture he gave in London, actually, 1971, and he's explaining, because sometimes in devotional service we're performing it, and then we're not getting any taste, and there appears to be a lot of tapasya, austerity, but the Srila Prabhupada, it's a really nice quote, if I can find it, where he talks about that. So, now here it is. This is Srimad Bhagavatam lecture, first canto, chapter 1, 2, and he gave his lecture in London, 1971. And he's saying about a green mango and a ripe mango. They're both mangoes, one is green. He said, the green mango, the ripe mango, the same mango. Green mango is not so tasteful. But when it is ripe, it is tasteful. You wait for some time, when it is ripened, you will taste it. Similarly, in the beginning, we have to rise early in the morning. We have to do this. We have to take bath. These things appear to be botheration, not tasteful. But you have to do it under the order of spiritual master and Shastra. But when it is ripened by practicing, when he is in love for God, he cannot do without it. Automatically, he will rise early and do everything. It is simply the question of time to arrive to that ripened stage. See what I mean? It is simply the question of time to arrive to that ripened stage. So now we're in the authorized bona fide movement to for us to develop pure devotion. So we should just stay here, instead of. I mean, there'll be so many reasons to actually leave the ISKCON movement. All the time there's all sorts of allurements, all sorts of dissatisfaction, grievances and so on that may cause us to want to leave. But we should just follow Srila Prabhupada's instruction. Just stay here, and in the fullness of time, we will automatically develop this love for Krishna. I know for many in the 80s when I was training and so on. I remember at that time there was this very popular saying. It was a really good saying. I've used this all my devotional life, and it saved me on so many occasions. Does anyone want to hear this?
Yes, dear.
Okay. All right. Now, this saying was this, and I tell you, it has saved me. It saved my devotional life so many times. And it's that, and here it is, it's, if you give up the spiritual for the material, you'll end up losing them both. If you give up the spiritual for the material, you'll end up losing them both.
Yeah.
You understand? So if some sort of material allurement comes, and you think, oh, that's really good. I don't have to do all these austerities anymore. I can just go and, like this, go up with that rich person, that rich, beautiful, handsome, whatever person, and live in a wonderful place. Then what will happen is that you sacrifice your spiritual life, and then you take this material thing, and eventually you lose them both. And I've observed this as well happening in the lives of devotees. That they have taken the material, giving up the spiritual, and in the course of time they've lost both.